We interrupt your regular scheduled program for breaking news. This is Tater reporting live. How are you guys doing today? This is Tater reporting live for CBD 69 News, where the facts are hot and the takes are questionable, and I'm legally considered a vegetable. But tonight's top story, Call of Duty Warzone Season 3 Reloaded has dropped more chaos than my last attempt at using a frying pan. And folks, it's not under control. Sources confirm that operators are now being forced into something called free run, which experts are describing as parkour, but with more emotional damage. And as a potato, I'd like to formally state I do not run, I roll. Slightly downhill with effort if you push me. Okay, don't push hard though. In other news, a high-speed disaster known as Hot Pursuit has hit Avalon, where players are engaging in intense vehicle chases, and authorities have confirmed I should not be allowed behind the wheel after an incident involving a rock, a tree, and somehow my own squad mates' investigations are ongoing. Meanwhile, Propad has returned, sparking nationwide paranoia, and citizens are being advised not to trust household objects. So if your chair looks at you funny, it's already too late. Over in Zombies, a new location called Tamarichi has emerged, and experts describe it as terrifying, dark, and a place where Tater absolutely will not be going after sunset. And the update officially deploys April 30th, and officials are urging players to prepare accordingly. Stock up on snacks, clear your schedules, and emotionally prepare to get absolutely destroyed by someone named Demon Slayer. This has been Tater live on 69 CBD News, and coming up next, why I just lost a gunfight to a goddamn trash can. No, I'm kidding. Let's dive in and let's look at the results here. So, Call of Duty Reloaded, Black Ops 7, and Call of Duty Warzone Season 3 mid-season content drop. Everything you need to know. Are we actually going to get to know everything? I doubt it. It'll probably be a bunch of shit that's still not fixed, like your stupid fucking sniper drone. It is what we got going on here. We're going to raise the stakes. The guild heats up, basically saying that in-game is going to be free again, free to play. If anybody plays in-game, that's great. We don't play in-game on this channel, but hey, it's there if you want. Operation Broken Mirrors Act 2, that will be in the in-game as well, just giving you a little bit more details on that. If you want to go look at this on your own, just go ahead and Google it. It'll be there. We're not going to go ahead and highlight the in-game stuff, but it shows you the rewards that you get if you can complete the Operation Broken Mirror rewards. Different other rewards here. New activity is the Megan Abomination. Obviously, that's going to be on the wars on Zombies. It faces a new boss battle in Nightmare Zones once the guild strike bosses. No, this is an in-game. Okay. So the encounter should be well worth your time if you survive. So that's also on in-game. Here's also the multiplayer stuff that they're going to recap. Don't get too relaxed. The on-scene Hot Springs map designed for 6v6, 2v2 matches, free run, and multiplayer modes. We got On Scene, the map On Scene coming to Call of Duty Black Ops 7. That's one of the maps there. And also, just showing you some of the highlights here. Assault a remote On Scene in Yamanashi. As a clandestine deal falls apart and fighting erupts, pass by the Anu statue on your way into the hot springs and the rising steam obscuring visual cross. Take the plunge or climb up. Okay, yeah. You're just hyping the video. Obviously, somebody's taking a plunge right here, though. Jesus, somebody's trying to get drowned. Summit's returning. We've all played Summit before. Another one that's just a classic that's returning. We have Hacienda also making a return for the third or fourth time. Kind of sad they can't come up with anything new. Ascent is going to be the free run stuff that we talked about back in the day. Black Ops 3, this used to be a thing, you know. We used to do quite a bit of on-screen running like this and doing the courses and stuff like that. So glad to see that that's coming back. You can challenge your friends to see who can do it the fastest time in a ground race and jumping race. Here's some of the rewards, some of the camos that are going to come from the free run. Pretty nice stuff. The red, the blue, and the purple. Not bad. Next week is the Heatwave Havoc new mode in season. Get fired up to the Heatwave Havoc, a new LTM that rewards operators with enhanced abilities for supporting their team with non-lethal cooperative actions. Drop into a mosh pit of a team deathmatch. Kill confirm. Operators process through 5 different heat levels, each level granting additional abilities, improving combat efficiency. The low heat, you faster field upgrade recharge. Medium, faster movement, and sprint to fire speed and mid-air mobility. Hot, faster weapons reload, ADS speed and swap. Extra hot, equipment refills after eliminating enemies. And extra hot, extra hot, increased damage and score for headshots. That's an interesting one. Next mode that's coming up in the season is going to be freeze tag. Cool off with a game of freeze tag, a new 6v6 respawn mode where teams compete to freeze their enemies while keeping allies stalled, and in the fight eliminate operators drop into a frozen state where they are unable to compete in any action until a teammate shatters them free by shooting or otherwise damaging their downed teammate. That's going to be a nice fun mode. That's something new. Here's more about the zombies. We got a new map, Torinchi or Totorak, whatever the fuck. You see it right there. Totorinchi? Totorinchi? Yeah, the time loop is broken. Gives you a little story about what's going to be going on there. If you're a big Black Ops Zombies fan, that's definitely going to be some new content for you coming down the pike. Along with the Giants Collide, just kind of highlighting what's going on with that new map there. Here's a little bit more highlights and a couple more photos of that map. Quite a bit of a zombies update here. Looks just like as much as multiplayer, really. The Johnum Star, new weapon wonder. There'll be a new weapon. Mastery badges available for this weapon as well. That's going to be nice. Here's the wonder weapon. And I guess it's going to be a lantern-looking thing. That's kind of unique and interesting. I don't know if that's don't even look like a gun, but okay. Here's the Flanaflale Trap. Roast foes with the blast of the flames. A chill in the air. A gun that freezes them. It prones to bouts for extreme weather that will strike during special rounds. When this happens, the air chills and the temperatures plummet, affecting every crew member's view, slowing you down unless you are able to get inside or secure some warmth. Keep your wits about you when this occurs. Interesting. New main quests, quest rewards, and challenges on the zombies mode. Ambition skin calling card. Mastery challenges and intel. A very nice camo there, though, on the Pack-a-Punch for the Tonarichi. Shows you level 2 and level 3. About the same, just different color variations. Not very creative there, in my opinion. New field upgrade is Wildfire. Increase your speed in burning all enemies that get too close. That's going to be kind of nice to level that one up. Wildfire is going to be joining us. Here's some of the different things that it's going to be for the level up when you equip the major augments. Fireball, while Wildfire is active, Fireball will launch along with your attacks, and Firestorm on activation deploys a fire tornado that pulls into the immolatus enemies. Free Radical, while Wildfire is active, the effective of the attack occasionally pulls off of fire on the ground. Flashover, starting with the initial activation. Every third Wildfire pulse deals significantly more damage and larger radiation. Not bad, not bad. They got some all kinds of different highlights for this new augment. And a new limited time mode. Everybody's kind of iffy on this one. I hear a lot of bad feedback on this one and some good stuff too. Hot Pursuit's making its way. I don't think I need to highlight Hot Pursuit too much. If you don't know what it is, oh, you've been living in a cave? We've played Hot Pursuit many other times. And a matter of fact, I still think it's active over there on Blackout still. Prop Hunt Royale, it's going to be on Rebirth Island with 48 players. It's going to have 24 versus 24 scale. So we'll be playing Prop Hunt on Rebirth Island, which is going to be very interesting. I don't know if you're into the Prop Hunt itself, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Anywhere from buy stations to barrels, well, you'll be able to be. Hunters is, yeah, we all know the job of the hunters. New equipment are going to be spikes that you need to... Every advantage you can get when competing in Call of Duty Warzone, and spikes are the latest means of getting ahead of your foes. And once the mid-season launches, deploy head to a buy station to purchase an experimental military stimulant, including the following options. It's armor salvaging, immediately gain and equip armor plates after eliminating an enemy. Prone firing greatly reduces the weapon recoil or handcraft to regenerate equipment over time. That's going to be an interesting addition to Warzone. We'll have to see how that one pans out. Lethal Addition is a cluster grenade. We all know what that is, so that'll be added to Warzone and Resurgence. Doesn't say anything about multiplayer. General content, new weapon attachment. Electrify your opponents with a new Siren special weapon in season. It's going to be 3 mags, max size of 6. It's a charge energy weapon. It fires a high damage, slow moving projectile that passes through foes, charging to improve projectile velocity. That'll be an interesting weapon to check out. Another one's going to be a prestige attachment. It's going to be the MS Deflector Core. Fires a faster moving projectile that will ricochet off surfaces and enemies, including more ammo. That's going to be interesting. Ricochet really hasn't worked for me on any other gun. I've tried some different ones. Camo confirmed during the weapons prestige is the Siren. Interesting. I like the pink and the blue and the purple. That's pretty nice. Some nice camos, all 3 around. That's really nice. The universal weapon prestige camos for the Siren above. They're definitely improving as the seasons progress. A new melee is the Katana. We all know what the Katana is. Here's all the camos for that. That'll be nice. A new weapons attachment. We're going to have the MK78 light frame PDW conversion. MK78 LMG weekly challenge reward. It's going to be a stock removal, it appears. Drastic weight reduction allows for more mobile and aggressive usage while retaining much of the power at the expense of additional recoil and reduced damage range. The Warden's going to get a pistol kit, the 308 Marksman Rifle weekly challenge reward. The attachment will be the comb. The heavy pistol configuration sacrifices the control and the range for improved handling and mobility and stronger firepower at close range. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to see if that will make the Warden, more compatible during Warzone, because, it seems to be that it struggles. The Carbon 57 is a fabricator mag. This is going to be coming to that. A state-of-the-art magazine that automatically replenishes its own ammo by fabricating additional rounds as soon as you stop firing. Boy, that reminds me of the Ajax. I don't know about you. The Raiden 45K Apex Sweeper Rig is coming as well. It's a weekly challenge reward. It's just a fire mod. The rounds break apart in flight, dealing damage with each piece that connects. Converts the weapon to semi-auto. That sounds like them rest in peace rounds in real life. And also RoboCop pay-to-win stuff is also here. So looks like we're going to get RoboCop. You can see the free skin that we're going to get here. The Greasy Punk and the Defiant Thug. Is the only skin we're going to get for the operators. And of course, you got to pay to have the premium skins to look like RoboCop. Obviously, they're not going to give you one for free. You're going to be the bad guy, though, obviously. Talks a little bit more about some of the camos that you're going to be getting. I don't really care for the camos. I don't support Call of Duty when I buy camos or anything, so we're not... They talked about some of the Rank Series camos. I'm not going to get into that either. And here's some more, pay-to-win stuff. Stuff you can buy to support. I don't really do that because it doesn't carry over to every Call of Duty every year. So I don't buy these skins unless it really impacts the game. Other incoming bundles. Look at this. We're highlighting quite a few bundles. I don't even know why we're highlighting that. Upgrade to Black Ops 7 today, and it just kind of gives a little bit more intel on that. Not too much anything else, so that's okay. That's not too bad, really. But this is Tater with CBD 69 News, bringing you a final update on what experts are now calling a complete and total sweet piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. And after extensive field research, which mostly involved me getting eliminated repeatedly, we can confirm that Season 3 Reloaded is fully optional and fully disrespectful. Freerun has turned the battlefield into a playground full of athletes, while I continue to struggle with basic movement like a baked potato trying to climb stairs. Officials say improvements are possible. I say unlikely. And Hot Pursuit remains a high-speed nightmare. Reports indicate that drivers are reaching incredible speeds, pulling off insane maneuvers, and then there's me, reversing into a wall while under no pressure whatsoever. And Prop Hunt continues to devastate trust in every object. And earlier today, I started on a vending machine for 12 seconds before it eliminated me. And authorities recommend seeking help if symptoms persist. In Zombies, the situation has worsened. The new map is filled with danger, mystery, and teammates who refuse to revive you because they're looking for loot, strategic and tragic. Despite widespread frustration, players continue to return to the battlefield. Experts are calling this phenomenon. We know it's painful, but we're doing it anyways. And as for me, I will continue reporting from the front lines, bravely, courageously, and very poorly. This has been Tater for CB969 News. Stay informed, stay alert, and almost more importantly, stay crispy. And remember, if this chair looks suspicious, it probably is. Good night!
Potato, tato, 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 tato. Yeah. Potato, tato, tato, tato. Yeah. Yeah. Potato, tato, tone, tyrant, 9